This is big breaking news. Mass evacuations are happening right now, and a state of emergency has been declared in multiple different states. We have North Carolina, South Carolina, Oklahoma. All these states are being affected right now, and this is a live situation where people are not able to get back to their homes due to the danger and due to the evacuation orders that are in place right now. So let's get into all the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting every day, keeping you guys updated on this big news, and it just helps to get these alerts out. I appreciate that. So this is what's going on right now. We have emergency situations in North Carolina, South Carolina, Oklahoma. This is actually happening all over the country right now, but evacuations have been ordered in these 3 states, and this is due to devastating, quote, wildfires, that there are dozens and dozens of these that popped up all at once that are overwhelming the emergency services, right? And the firefighters, they are being overwhelmed right now. I'm going to get into some details here, and I'm just going to show you guys some pictures of all the stuff that is going on in these states right now. It's devastating. All right, this is coming out of Polk County, North Carolina. It says Polk County Emergency Communications placed evacuations due to an out-of-control brush fire in Tryon, North Carolina, that began on Saturday. It says as of 8 p.m. Sunday night, the Polk County Fire Marshal's office is saying that the 176 fire is 30% contained and has burned over 500 acres. Back burning operations are continuing but will be ending soon. It says North Carolina Forest Service conducted back burns in the areas of Bear Creek Road, Hanging Rock Road, Ocean View Lane, and on 176 near Tower Rock Vineyard Lane. More backburn operations will continue tomorrow. All right, so in the midst of this fire, they're doing backburns, which is a technique that they do use, but it's also a risky technique because it's a technique where they set more fires to stop bigger fires that are moving. Okay, they're trying to cut off the fires and cut off the access to the fuel to these fires with controlled burns, but at the same time they're starting a bunch of different controlled burns while the larger fires are happening. All right, so it's kind of a risky technique. It is a technique that they do use, but it's spreading. Right, this is also happening in South Carolina as well too. Look at all these different fires in North Carolina and South Carolina. I just want to show you guys this map here. All right, we have fires popping up all over the country right now, and we've had fires near Myrtle Beach as well too, South Carolina. Big fires happening, causing evacuations of these nice neighborhoods. All right, the Covington Drive fire is 1,200 acres right now, and it is right outside of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay, that's what's going on currently. We also have multiple different wildfires throughout the country right now. All right, I want you to just look at this map of all the different wildfires that you can see, especially in the Southeast right now. All right, there's fires in Georgia, there's fires in Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas. All right, look at all these fires. This seems like a unnatural amount of fires to be happening right now, and it's been a pretty wet season. Right, think of all the flooding and all of the devastation that's been happening the past few months. This area, the Southeast, has been completely saturated with moisture for months now, all winter, and for some reason we're still seeing these massive fire outbreaks. All right, so what's going on here? Why are we seeing so many different fires happen? And this is causing air quality alerts as well too. The air quality has diminished in a lot of areas, especially outside of places like Myrtle Beach, where there are a lot of people and people visiting. And I've stayed there before too in my RV at the RV park there, the state park. It's a beautiful area, beautiful beach, and it's sad that this fire is spreading right here. It's right next to it, right? So we also have evacuations being ordered in Oklahoma as well too, right? It says wildfire prompts evacuations near County Road 930 and East 3310 Road in Wellston. It says here that evacuations are underway as a wildfire burns in Wellston along the 3310 from the Turner Turnpike north of 930 Road. It says residents in the area are asked to evacuate to the Wellston Senior Center, and the Wellston Fire Department is responding to a structure and grass fire on 3310 south of Highway 66. It says officials said the fire is contained, but crews are on the scene conducting cleanup operations. So what's going on here? Why is this happening all at the same time? All these different... It's kind of hard to just cue it off as just natural, right? Sometimes when it's just a few, like one or two fires sparsely spread out, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's an accident. Sometimes people, don't put out their campfire all the way, right? And I was camping just last week, and this was the weirdest thing. I've never seen this before. But on the campsite over, there was a fire that was just going all of a sudden. Nobody there, and I was outside and stuff all day. And I went inside for a little bit, and 20-30 minutes later, I start smelling a campfire. And I'm like, what is this fire smell? All right, what's going on? Nobody was here. Nobody was near us. We were in the middle of nowhere. Nobody was camping near us. And then I look outside at the next campsite over. It's probably like 50 or 100 feet away. I see like smoke billowing up from the fire ring. And I'm like, what is that? Is that somebody set a fire over here? And there were no cars, nobody there. And I went over and checked it. It was a fresh fire, fresh wood. The logs were completely new. All right, I should have taken a video or something of it, but I was just like so shocked. And I drove over there with my truck with a big gallon jug of water, and I dumped it on the fire because I'm like, what is this? Like, where's this fire? There were no cars around, nobody around, nothing. I didn't see anyone. And it was a fresh fire that was lit in the past 30 minutes, fresh wood and everything. The wood was barely even burned, and nobody was there. All right, so who would just light a fire and then just leave? It's kind of weird, all right? So who knows what's going on? It could just be like negligence. Somebody set up a fire, realized it's too cold, left, didn't put it out, didn't bring water to put it out, something along those lines, and just let it burn out. But it also could be like something else. Like, what's going on here? Where are all these fires coming from? These mysterious fires, and now they're hitting the southeast right now too. This isn't really an area that gets lots of wildfires. Sometimes they do, but it's pretty rare considering this is like almost a subtropical climate that has a lot of rain, moisture, humidity, things like that. It's pretty rare for these fires to even start. All right, so let me know what you guys think down below. Please hit it up for me down there to help get these warnings out, just so people know what's going on around our country. All right, I will be keeping you guys updated on all this big news here. And let me know your theory of where these fires are coming from. I think it could be like a combination of things. Like there could be some natural things going on potentially that are just like flukes. There could be definitely negligence, people just not, and it happens all over, right? I am always out in the forest, camping, fishing, stuff like that, and I just see like trash and junk and stuff everywhere. So people do like to just trash the forest and probably light fires and then just like leave them. Didn't bring enough water, brought a couple water bottles to drink or something, or brought some beer or whatever they're doing, and just didn't bring enough water to actually like put the fire out. Could be things like that, or it could be intentional things too. Maybe there's some type of groups or some type of people, organizations, or maybe just lone people, who knows, that are just starting these fires, driving around, starting these fires en masse in different areas, driving 20 miles away, starting another fire. I'm not sure how all these fires are popping up at once, and this tends to be how it happens too, is where there'll be no fires for months, maybe like one. And then all of a sudden there'll be a couple dozen within a few days, and it completely overwhelms the emergency services and firefighter services. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have dealt with this situation, wildfires, or fighting them, right? Let me know what techniques you would use. They're using big scooper planes to suck up water and dump water on these fires right now all over North Carolina, South Carolina. And let me know if you have any experience with this, right? Closest I've been was when there was a wildfire. It was probably about 50 to 100 miles south of us, which is pretty far away, but the smoke impact was insane. This was these major fires that were in New Mexico about 2 years ago, and it ended up being the largest one in state history, and it was accidentally started by the Forest Service. Okay, it was supposed to be a controlled burn, and the Forest Service accidentally allowed it to get out of control and ended up being the largest one in state history. And the smoke impact was massive, right? It made it seem like the fires were right there, miles away. The amount of smoke that would just billow in to your village or your town, right, if you were anywhere near this stuff. And it's concerning to be close to these fires, and it's scary, and you don't know if your house will be next. All right, so thank you guys. Hope you guys are staying safe, staying prepared. Hope you have a plan as well, to some type of evacuation plan and a plan to grab your items quickly. All right, make some type of go bag, whatever you want to call it, bug out bag, something along those lines, where you can just have your documents, have your things ready in this certain bag. All right, it's just you just normally store it in a cabinet or something, or a drawer. Just put it in a bag instead of a little backpack. Your documents, important things you need, some water filters, some food that'll last a long time, batteries, flashlights, all these things that you need to actually get out of there quickly and be able to sustain yourself at least for a day or two till you can get to safety. Have a bag like that too. Have a plan just in case. All right, it's important when these situations happen quickly, and a lot of these fires, they flare up at nighttime too. So the wind picks up at night, and it starts spreading more during the nighttime when you're trying to sleep, right? So have the alerts on for your phone and things like that too. Radio, there's weather radios that will send out alerts if you have them turned on, that are not even connected to the cell phone towers or anything, connected to radio towers, and which can travel a lot further, and also not connected to the grid. They have batteries as well too. So looking at weather radios, things like that, they can alert you for these local emergencies in your area as well too, even if the power's out. Because if these fires are in the area, a lot of times the power lines get burned down, fall down, maybe cause even more fires, and then you don't have any power either, and that means your well pump is not going to work. This is pretty rural. A lot of these fires, the one in Myrtle Beach isn't as rural, but a lot of them are in rural areas, so a lot of these people are on wells, and your well pump is not going to give you pressure for your water if the power's out. So something to think about too, maybe have a backup battery for that you can connect to it, or solar that you can hook up to it and have a backup for your well, or have water tanks, or to have a big water tank, I guess on this side behind me here, 200-gallon water tank that you can just throw in the back of your truck. So have those things ready to go, filled up, especially if you are near these fires. All right, so thank you guys. Hope you have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.